Hi everyone, this is Killshot 99 Gaming. This is Play Dead Live Challenge Fights number 4. This is what it's all about. We had Fight Night on Monday night. We had some really, really good matches. If you guys missed it, wow, some of them went down to the wire. We had Amanda, unforeseen, getting her first win on Monday night, going to 1-3-1, defeated Hippo. Amanda's got another big match with our very own Chuck Messenger tonight. Could it be the GOAT, greatest of all time on a boat? I don't know. Could be another boat match tonight between the two of them. Kill got a win, 3-1. Jim was not able to be there. She didn't get the loss, but Jim is back tonight. We got Football Master getting a big win versus Ocean Man, who did not have his inventory present. Crawfish, big win against Moonshot. That was kind of a little sneaky action where there was a kind of behind-the-scenes deal, and then there was a home field advantage, and then it got a little crazy. And then a big match between it was the Battle of the Bears. It was the Gumby Bear battle, and Dimes pulling out the victory versus Bones. Dimes going to 4-1. So some really, really good stuff tonight. It was a little trickery, wasn't it? So Crawfish plays that he plays that evil priest pretty well. So just want to start a little bit early tonight. If you guys know, this is the only night that we're doing bundles. So I'm going to show you guys the bundles in a little bit. And then Friday night, we're going Crowley's Farm. So the bundles tonight can either be used tonight or they can be used for Crowley's. There are not going to be any pack openings until March the 7th. So no pack opening this weekend. You're going to be selling your gear. It's all about getting geared up, getting leveled up, all of those things. So I'm going to put a few bundles on the board. If it goes super crazy, I may limit it just to prevent some of the stuff getting out there. But I got a couple brand new items we're putting in stream only for tonight. It keeps getting better and better, and hopefully you guys will like this stuff and maybe be able to use it in Crowley, especially some of you that don't have weapons. So here we go. We're going to do 3 different types of bundles tonight. We've got the green bundle, certainly if you're just doing a little bit of PvP, it's a startup bundle. We're doing that one for $5. That is the Clone Smoke and the Steel Elixir. Then we're doing the yellow bundle. That one's $10. That is our brand new Time Smoke. So if you don't know what the Time Smoke does, the Time Smoke will lower your opponent's time for down to 5 seconds for 2 turns and increase yours to 20. Also the Storm Smoke and the Heal Smoke. And then I'm adding a different bundle. I'm putting 5. I was going to do 4. I'm putting 5 items up there. So for that $20 bundle, items you should be able to use tonight and also on Friday. Cobalt Tape. We're adding Cobalt Tape to the bundle tonight. Cobalt Tape, you get 2 strips of it. It is +2 health either side there. A health potion for healing, and a Rage 3, which many of you used last week. Grady's Res, and I'm also adding, many of you guys saw it over the weekend, the Green Bombs. 2 Green Bombs. Green Bombs have no range. You'll be able to use it right off the bat. You can detonate it on one of your turns whenever you want to detonate. What the Green Bomb does is it lowers the effectiveness of healing by 50% for 2 turns. So that is the brand new item, the Green Bombs. So once again, if you pick them up tonight, you can use them tonight as well. So we're just going to go, you can let me know red, yellow, or green. So I see a couple people already picking up the red pack. Valar is going with the red pack. We've got, I think Amy Bones picked up a red pack. I see you, Amy. Amy picking up a red pack. Julia Muse picking up red. Who else we got in the house? We got Gemstone. Gemstone picking up red. Rocket Crockett. We're going to have some good matches tonight. And once again, you don't have to use these tonight, but it is, I want to give you guys a good deal that you can use them either tonight, or you can use them Friday night, or you can use them next Monday. You can use them next Monday, or you can use them next Wednesday before we get to the pack opening. We also got, let's see, I've got Valar, Amy, Julia, Gemstone. Got a shout out from Valar too. Hello 999 Army, Kills Great Mods channel members, Patreons, PDL players, sponsors, super chatters, super stickers. She said, let's get it. We are. We're going to get it tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Valar's got a big match with you know who, Will the Bill tonight. So who am I missing here? I got Deadly Dimes. Deadly Dimes picking up red for her and also for football. Football coming off that big win. And we got Chuck in the house. Chuck, brand new PDL sponsor. I want to make an announcement with that. That's another reason why I want to jump in here a little bit early. We got B-Dub picking up a red pack. And once again, it is limit 1 per person. Obviously, Dimes can pick up 1 for Football Master. But limit 1 per person unless you're picking it up for another player. Father Ron, big match tonight. Father Ron and Trigger in the house. All right, while we're waiting on a couple more people to jump in, got Sheila Beasley. Oh, I like that too. Sheila Beasley is picking up the yellow pack, and I wanted to get a good mix in the yellow packs as well. So you've got a Storm Smoke, a Heal Smoke, and also the Time Smoke. So maybe Sheila Beasley will give us a brief look at what that Time Smoke does tonight. Hill Betty Detective, I want to see. Hey, thank you so much, Hill Betty. We rolling a character tonight? You getting in the game? Maybe, possibly. I hope so. Hill Betty. Love to see that. And we got Trigger picking up 1 for Fly Rod. All right, let me make a quick announcement. I'll get these colors. I'm sure the stream is going to start at 9:10. So it started a little bit early. A couple reasons. I want to give you guys a chance to pick up the bundles for tonight and also for Friday. But also, I do want to make an announcement. We added several more PDL sponsors. I am just ecstatic about the support around the game. But this pack is going out in March, and it'll happen again in June. For those of you that we did the cutoff in December. And I know some of you are probably like, wait a minute, I'm signing up now. I want this pack in March. I have 2 months that I have to plan this out in advance. So that's why I have to cut it off at certain times. So in December 15th, I cut it off for the March mailings. There's only so many I can pre-order. And then the boxes are going to be collectibles as well. So up until now to March 15th will be for the June mailing. After March 15th, it's going to go for the September mailing. So it's going to be every 3 months. But I got to tell you guys, I've got some of the items that I've already started to assemble for the boxes, and I think you guys are going to love it. It's going to be a good mix of PDL. It's going to be a good mix of 999 Gaming. It's going to remind you of some of the scenarios we do. Could be apparel. Could be. I don't want to give it away. Just it is going to be awesome, and I'm really excited about the comic book. So I want to talk about the comic book. Let me get the rest of these packs in the game as well too. So I got Fly Rod after Fly Rod. I got Gina picking up a yellow for Mist. So thank you for that, Gina. Appreciate that. We got Bonnie picking up Amanda, Unforeseen. Thank you so much, Bonnie. Unforeseen with a big match against Chuck tonight. So both of them are going to be rocking that 5-pack. We might get to see some green bombs. We got Bones picking up for J-Law, who is facing Tommy the Tank tonight. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And, oh, there you go. Thank you so much, Trigger. Turning Sheila Beasley's yellow pack into a red pack. So, Sheila, you've been upgraded to red, so add those 5 items to your inventory, which gives you that all-important, those 2 green bombs that you can use tonight as well. I've kind of been working on this for a while. It's just been something in the scenes. But those of you that get the March PDL packs, it will have a brief comic strip in it. So it's going to give you just kind of like a preview of what to look for. Some hints, some clues. It won't be a full comic, but it will be something that is unique that only you guys will get. And then the comic is only going to be through PDL sponsorship. So in June, that'll be issue number 1. It is going to be Play Dead Live issue number 1. And what's going to be unique about the comic is it's going to rotate from my storytelling perspective to things that you guys do. So you may see me and a strip of it, of me hanging out with Gabe, and then, coming up with an idea, and then it may transition into the story. You could see B-Dub doing something in the story, or you could see, for example, Chuck the Messenger trout fishing. So your characters from Play Dead Live are going to be incorporated in that comic book, but it's going to be a transition of my real life experiences, telling the story and coming up with the ideas and how it transitions into the comic. So it's going to switch back and forth. I've written about 3/4 of the first comic. It'll come out in June. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I think you'll start to see your characters play in there. I got a couple interesting back and forths between Moonshot and Crawfish. I love it. And so it's going to be you're going to be in my mind. So you'll see the behind the scenes development. But look, so many people want reality television and they want to see kind of what's going on. And this is a way for me to sort of tell the story, but do it in an animated type of way and then tie it into the behind the scenes of how the story came about. So we got Busy Bee picking up yellow. So thank you so much for all of your support. I have not been more excited, more motivated to work on a project than this comic in a long, long time. And I'm excited and motivated for PDL. You guys know I'm all in with PvP and the story, and we're 6 months out worth of writing in the story. But I think when you see the comic, it's going to add a brand new element. So Bones picking up a red pack for Ocean Man. Thank you so much, Bones. I think I'm caught up with everybody. All right, we're good. So if I miss anything, Valar went red, Amy, Julia, Jim, Rocket, Deadly Dimes, Football Master, Chuck, B-Dub, Father Ron, Sheila, Hill Betty Detective, Fly Rod, Mist yellow, Amanda red, J-Law yellow, Ocean Man red, and Busy Bee yellow as well. So that is so in pack number 3, Chuck, that is a res potion, enrage 3 potion, healing potion, cobalt tape, which is super, super hot item over the weekend, and then the brand new green bombs that we rolled out, 2 of those. So the cobalt tape, you get 2 pieces of that, and the green bombs, you get 2. The green bombs, there's no range on it. You take them out, it goes directly to your opponent, and you got the detonator. So whenever you want to, whenever you think that they're going to use a heal, you can detonate and lowers their healing by 50% for 2 turns. So if you know they're going to cast Heal Smoke, you hit that detonate, they're only going to get 50% of the benefit from that. So you got to kind of time your strategy really, really well. So I'm going to give it a couple more minutes for a few people to log in. And then we're going to get into the first match. So once we take the bundles down, give it about like 2 or 3 more minutes because I know some people might be logging on a little bit late. Let me open it up to a couple questions, though. Any questions about items or events or things that are going to go down? And once again, all of the events in the Play Dead Live story potentially could show up in the comics. So the puzzles, the story, the items, the snakes, the bees, the hawks, the eagles, the weapons. You're going to see all those things incorporated into the comic book. And then maybe even some of the back and forth of how they were invented, and just check it out. But there has never been a better time to be a PDL sponsor or Patreon. I certainly want to make it worth your while, and I think everything that's in that box, you guys are going to see. It's not only items that are collectibles, whether it's trading cards that are in hard cases. You'll see some of your very own players that you play side by side. You'll see some of the stories. But I think you'll see the heart and the energy and the thought behind it, in addition to wanting to kind of collect it. So we got Amy picking up a red pack for Will, and Chuck the Messenger. Is that for Cheryl? I think so. Chuck picked up one for himself a little bit ago, so I think hopefully that red pack is for Yep. All right. So Cheryl picking up a red pack too. So the quartz gem is a dot and hot gem. You can't use it yet. You won't be able to use it until Saturday. So all of the new gems are not in your equipment until Saturday. That's why Saturday's such a big event. You're going to want to have your sockets. But it is going to be it's a combination of the damage over time, which is the hot, and the amethyst and the emerald. So it's a combination of amethyst and emerald. Heal over time and damage over time. So it gives you some good versatility. And I'm going to go through a lot of the dual gems on Saturday. So here's what I would say. Collect them. I mean, you got as many as 20. All the dual gems are regular. All the dual gems go in regular sockets. And you're going to be able to pick up socket bundles. So if you don't have enough sockets, you're going to be able to pick up. The only things that go in meta are the diamonds. Later on, the rune stones are going to be used in the meta. And then the pink diamonds go in the super sockets. So you can fully gear. And that's why I said, I don't care what it is, whether it's a silica, whether it's an opal, whether it's a topaz, get as many dual purpose gems as you can get. Because even if it's not like your main attribute that's affecting, it's still better, right? You know, you get a topaz. Instead of topaz, you may have an ametrine. So an ametrine is going to give you the effect of a topaz, but also give you the effect of another gem. So those dual purpose gems are, well, they're twice as good. And if it's something that specifically relates to your class, like a garnet, you know, a garnet for a warrior class is phenomenal. Because you're going to get that ruby, but you also get the other effects. So, yeah, when we do the level up, it's almost going to be like a time slot where it is you. So, if people log on Saturday, what I can't happen is people can't log on and say, hey, can I go? I only have 5 minutes. It's not going to go that fast, but know your inventory in advance, and we're going to get started in 2 minutes. So, I'm going to leave bundles up there for 2 more minutes, then they're coming down, and then we're getting into our first fight. But this will be the last portion of the Q&A. So I know some people are going to want to go, but log in, and then we're going to probably set 10 to 15 minutes per player. So if you can't stay that long or you can't check back in, I'll be streaming probably 5 hours, maybe 6 hours. It's going to be a long event. And it's going to be a long event with no pack opening. So it's going to be totally focused on you, your inventory, selling, buying some things from the banker. The banker, you guys see what's up there right now in the vault. So I can tell you there's going to be some good items available for you guys to buy with your dead dimes. So sell anything that you don't need, get rid of it on Saturday, and use that money to pick up items from the banker because you're going to need some of those items next week. Chuck's, what's the 5-pack again? Cheryl's drunk and didn't write it down. All right. So the 5-pack again, and crawfish just showed up too. So I'll explain it for anybody that's here, and then we're gonna kind of move on from it. So the 5-pack is a res potion, enrage 3 potion, a heal potion, 2 pieces of cobalt tape, and 2 green bombs. This is our best 5-pack ever. It's got versatility. It's got a res potion. It's got that rage. It's got your health. It's got your buff. And it's got your damage. So you can use it for PvP, or you can use it for Crowleys on Friday night, or you can save it in your inventory and use it for when we come back. All right. So the last announcement that I'm going to make is after this Friday, and you guys know, we take a week off. So once we get through Crowley's Farm, we do the level up event. On Monday, we've got the 8-person championship tournament. Then on Wednesday, then on Friday night, there's no PDL next Friday. I know. And then we'll do the pack opening event March the 7th. And then we go to the next chapter. The only way there will be a PDL next Friday is if you guys don't get out of the manor this week, which I'm hoping you do. All right. I've got a challenge match set up. I got our very own we got Cheryl versus, where's Sheila Beasley? I got Cheryl versus Sheila Beasley. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate the bundles. Put them in your inventory. That's the only thing that should not... Uh-oh. I think Moonshot said... I did not see... Did Moonshot super chat? I did not see it, Moonshot. There's another good question. So Julia Muse wants to know, can you mix match tape? Absolutely, but you can only use 2 pieces of tape at any given time. So only 2 pieces of tape. So you can use a titanium and a cobalt and a vermilion, 2 pieces of cobalt, 2 pieces of titanium, 2 pieces of vermilion, but you can only use 2. With that being said, you can also only have 2 bombs active on your opponent at any given time, and they can't be the same color. So those of you that bought the red pack tonight, you have 2 green bombs. You cannot use both of them at the same time on your opponent unless you mix it up. Oh, all right, check that out. You got it, man. So Moonshot is picking up a red pack for a brand new player B, which is Bilal. So thank you so much, brand new player. And you're getting hooked up already, B. All right, so here we go. Let me make sure we got Cheryl and we got Sheila. So if you guys can both give me a quick chat, if you guys don't know what we're all about, here we go. I am going to give you the scenario. Oh, yeah. This is what I'm talking about. There's Sheila. Where's Cheryl? All right, we got them both, everybody. Let me get this set up. Neither have avatars yet, but the more you play, the more likely you'll get an avatar. And certainly, when I add you to the comics, you will get an avatar in the comics. So we're going to start out. Sheila Beasley, you're going to be X. And we're going to put you, right over here. You're hanging out over here in the woods. And Cheryl, we're going to put you over here. You were doing a little bit of trout fishing because Chuck's back at the cabin, and he wanted some trout, so this is a trout stream he likes to go to on a regular basis. So we're going to start this thing out, and Sheila is, look, she's got it. That's what I'm talking about. Sheila's like, I'm using my cobalt tape already. All right, 15 seconds, ladies. Let me know if there's any items that you would like to use. Sheila, are you using 1 strip of cobalt tape or are you using 2? 1 or 2? And Julia, if you can give me 15-second timers for both players. So any tapes, any elixirs, anything that you would like to use. All right, you got your armor. You're good to go, Cheryl. So 15 seconds. You're the X, Sheila, and Sheila's using 2 pieces of cobalt tape, so getting a nice health boost there. Bonnie Wright. Thank you so much, Bonnie. And I don't think Kel's in stream, so Amy, any super chats, if you guys can log any additional super chats, they're going to go for the pack opening event for March the 7th. So if it's not for a bundle, we're going to start picking up packs for the next event. So thank you so much, Bonnie. Appreciate that support as well. All right. Let's get this thing started. So Sheila, you are 35 yards away and you have initiative. So your class has initiative. You get the first move. Let's give a 15-second timer, Julia. Absolutely, Gina. So we'll get Mist. Yep, I got Mist a red pack. Thank you so much. And thanks to all those people watching. If you're a brand new player, you want to get involved, show up Saturday. Saturday during our event, we're going to let you roll characters as well. So anybody wants to create a new character that is not playing the game, we're going to have time for you guys on Saturday as well. All right. She's going to move about 15 yards. So you guys know she's 35 yards out. And once again, movement is not an exact science. So I'm going to move her about 15 yards, which is going to put her a little bit closer. So you're a little over. You're around 18 yards. So 18 yards within range. Cheryl, it is now your move. You're 18 yards away from your opponent. We're going to give you a 15-second timer. 18 yards away is in that mid-range category. So grenades, smokes, is that 15 to 20 is that sweet spot? So you can certainly hit with smokes from that 15 to 18 yard range. And if you're just tuning in, the first move per competitor is 15 seconds. After the first move, it goes down to 10 seconds. If somebody's using time smoke, it goes down to 5. It's going to get crazy, crazy fast. So Cheryl is on the clock. If you do go over your timer. All right, Cheryl is going clone smoke. So Cheryl, you can go clone smoke and still get an attack in on your opponent. Remember, smokes are 1/2 of a turn. So certainly there are 2 Cheryls right now, but you can have an additional action if you'd like. We'll give her another 4 seconds. Matches have been super smooth lately. They're a lot faster with the timers. So hopefully we stick with it. So Julia, give me an extra 5 seconds, please. And she is throwing snakes. So she is going clone smoke and snakes. So Sheila, you take a couple points of damage. Those snakes zoom in and bam, big hit on first round. All right, we're switching it up. Sheila Beasley, you see 2 Cheryls and you just got hit by some snakes. Let's get a 10-second timer for Sheila. All right, you can only throw 1 green bomb. Remember, it's per color, so 1 green bomb, you're good. And she's going Sheila, you are, let me kind of give you an overview before you use the heal. You're still at about 80%. You're in good shape. I won't interject too often, but I do want to let you guys know if you're in a situation, you're about 80%, you're good to go. You don't need the heal potion. It's only going to do the couple points of damage that you just lost. So you're good. Crawfish, unholy mist comes. Remembrance of drowned. Oh, you crawfish. All right, Sheila is going to hold position. All right, ladies, it's a pretty cold mist in the air. And it is sending a chill all through you. Each player is taking 1 point of damage per turn for the immediate future. So Cheryl, you take 1 point of damage, and Cheryl throws the bats. So she went snake, and then she went bats. The bats zoom in. Now you're in a little different situation, Sheila. The bats go in. Pretty big hit. You're looking like about 50%. But as a follow-up to the bats, I need you to pick a number from 1 to 6. Pick a number from 1 to 6. We're going to see if you got any vision hindrances. Pick a 4, 5, or 6. Do not pick a 1, 2, or 3. You want to pick high. She picks a 4. It is a 1. Sheila, you're blinded. You got the lowest possible roll you could get. You're bleeding and you're blinded and you just got hit by bats. And it is now your turn. 10-second timer. Careful what you do. You don't even have limited vision. You have blocked vision. And you take 1 point of damage from cold wind. You're now less than 50%. There you go. That's a good call. All right. So now I'm going to ask you to pick a number, 1 to 6. 1 or a 2, 25%. 3 or 4, 50%. 5 or 6, you will recoup 100%. Oh, she summons the bull too. That's what I'm talking about. Heal and bull combo move. All right, we're going to resolve the healing. Let's see how much of her health she gets back. She was sitting about 40%. She's picking a 3. Ooh, only 25%. Wow. Back-to-back low rolls by Sheila. Tough rolls there. It's only 25% of that back. Sheila, you're sitting at about 60% right now. 60%. And the bull charges in. She does summon bull. Cheryl, you take a big hit. 2 points of damage directly through your armor from the bull. And now you're taking an additional point of damage from the cold, unholy wind. Cheryl, you're less than 50%. Less than 50%. It is now your turn. 10-second timer, Cheryl. If you're just tuning in, both players about 18 yards away. Oh, she's summoning the shade. All right, is the shade going to attack or is the shade going to be a attack boost? And remember, you can summon and also do a second move. So she is summoning the shade. Let's give her an additional 5 seconds for a follow-up action. She is going to duck out and is the shade going to give you a boost or is the shade attacking Sheila? All right, she is taking cover over here behind these little tree branches. She's good. And once we find out what the shade is doing, we'll do damage resolution and also transition over to Sheila. So remember with the shade will be basically it's a companion. And as long as you have it by your side, you get a +1 modifier. But you can send it into attack like any other pet. So Cheryl, you want to keep it or you want to send it? All right. Shade is attacking. Sheila, you take another pretty solid hit. You're down below 40%. Your bull has returned. So the bull has returned. It's coming back this turn. You can't send it till the next turn. So you got a 10-second timer. Next turn, you'll be able to send the bull in for another point of damage. Both players, and Sheila, you take 1 point of damage. Both players are less than 40%. So both players are, they're a little rocked right now. One big hit could be the difference in this match. Sheila, you have partial vision back. You were completely blinded the first time. You have partial vision this turn. So careful. All right, so she detonates the green bomb. That's automatic. And Sheila, you still have a follow-up action. The detonation is just half a turn. And you cannot use a second heal potion. Remember, type 1, you can only use one of each type of healing potion, one of each type of smoke. All right, Sheila is going to go for cover. All right. So she detonated the green bomb. Now she goes for cover. Cheryl throws a rage and a heal smoke. All right, she is going rage and heal. That is her turn. So because she detonated the green bomb, the healing smoke is going to be 50% less effective. Sheila, back to you. You have a 10-second timer. So back to Sheila. She went rage and cover. Both smokes will kick in this turn for Cheryl. So Cheryl, you will get your rage effect. You'll also get your heal on your next turn. But the heal is going to be minimized due to the green bomb. Now Sheila, once again, once the bomb detonates, you can apply a second bomb. Keep that in mind. You can only have one bomb active at a time, but once you detonate it, you can instant cast the next one. All right, she's throwing a second green bomb. She is good. All right, and Sheila, any additional actions? Right now you are ducked for cover. She's moving 10 yards forward, so she is moving back into range a little bit. All right. Both players are in attack range. All right, Cheryl, 10-second timer. You are enraged. Instead of getting the 50% of your health back from the heal smoke, you only got 25% of it back. You're sitting at about 55%. Sheila's still sitting at about 40%. Unholy Chill is still in the air. Each player take 1 damage. All right, Cheryl, it's 10 seconds. Remember, you are enraged. Damaging attacks are going to be minimized if you go over the 10-second timer. All right, she is going to go Gorgo. She's going to fire the Gorgo. She is enraged. Sheila, you take a big shot. You are down below 10%. Sheila, it is now your turn. The Unholy Chill kicks in. Well, it kicked in last round. Your bull goes in and hits Cheryl. Cheryl is at 30%. after the bull goes in. She's taken 2 points of health damage. You detonate the green bomb. It is going to affect her healing once again. And Sheila, if you cannot finish the battle, the unholy chill is going to finish you off this turn. So you got 30% damage to do if it doesn't happen this turn. It is not going to happen. Remember, from Crawfish's Super Chat, each player has been taking 1 point of damage per turn. It is going to take a big hit. But remember, Cheryl started with a little less life than you. You're not dead yet. You just detonated. You have an attack phase. Hold on, Cheryl. It's not your turn. It's Sheila's turn. Sheila's going into her attack. If you're just tuning in, this is our first challenge match. This is Cheryl going up against Sheila Beasley. A couple up-and-coming players trying to make a name for themselves. Sheila is going in with the Ice Sword. And you do finish the job. Sheila goes in for 3 points of damage, finishing off Cheryl. Sheila, at the end of your attack phase, you take unholy damage. You die as well. Both players have just died in the same turn. Can either player res? Check your inventory. See if you have a res potion. If you do not, the match is going to end in a draw. All right. Each player uses their res potion. I know both have res potions because they both got them tonight. All right. It is now Cheryl's turn. Cheryl, you res and you take 1 point of damage from the unholy chill. It is now your turn. You have a 10-second timer. We have got a great match. Both players going wire to wire. They're now within striking distance. Each player has died. Each is taking damage per turn. We have had green bombs. We've had summon bulls. We've had snakes, bats, shades, you name it. Hopefully the players watching are getting a few hints from some of the items. Cheryl, you're on the clock. Remember, everybody, 10-second timers. Have your moves ready to go. Otherwise, you will deal less damage. She's going enraged. Oh, my goodness. Sheila, you just rezzed, and just right out of the blue, you are back down to 20%. You just got Gorgoed with an Enraged 3. Big, big hit. Sheila, take another point of damage from the cold, unholy smoke. You are down to 10% life. It is your go. You have a 10-second timer. Enraged 3 was big and well-timed. First time she used a standard rage. She used a regular rage potion first time and a rage 3 the second time. That's why you guys want to have both. You want to have one of each. Good call out, though. Sheila goes in rage. Sheila, are you going in rage 3? The one you just got? I want to get a clarification because if it's in rage 3, Sheila goes in rage 3. She's using an ice sword +2. Cheryl, you take a big 5-point hit, and from your res, that is lethal damage. Just like your hit almost finished the job, Sheila had slightly better armor. Sheila Beasley gets the win with the Enrage 3 at the very end with the Ice Sword. Cheryl almost put it away with the Enrage 3 and the Gorgo, but not quite enough damage. She left Sheila at 10%. Sheila was able to finish the job. Great, great starting match between two up-and-coming players. Cheryl getting her feet wet. Great job, Cheryl. Nice match to get it started out. Sheila showing a little bit of veteran experience. She's done a couple matches. But that was a solid battle, and that is exactly what Play Dead Live PvP is all about. All right, and I'm just checking the records here, see where everybody stands. I think that is going to push Sheila Beasley up to a 2-1 record, but Cheryl almost got the win. Hey, nothing wrong with 0-1, and that is a great, great start to good experience. And certainly Cheryl has been watching because very well played. Some great clone smoke right there, the snakes, the bats. Good mix. So, excellent job, ladies. All right, do we have Chuck the Messenger in the house? Where is Chuck? They used to call him No Luck Chuck, but he is back with a vengeance tonight. I see Unforeseen. Once we get Chuck here, we're going to move on to Chuck versus Amanda, Part 3. Oh, Chuck is there. All right, here we go. We're not going to be using X's and O's because if you guys don't know, these two players are both, they're kind of legendary. And they have fought to 2 ties back to back. It seems like whenever Chuck's in a pinch, he just sinks the boat. But tonight, oh boy, tonight, we're going to do something a little bit different. I thought, why not put the players on a houseboat? Because at least that way, if it sinks, they should be close enough to the shore that somebody might be able to survive it. So it does feel like tonight we might actually get a winner. So let's start out with a 15-second timer. Hey everybody, Julia, hold the timer. If you guys will excuse me for 1 minute, we are going to take a quick 5-minute break. Amanda, Chuck, think about your matches. Think about the scenario. Sorry to step away, but really quickly, let's take a quick 5-minute break, everybody. We will be back in 5 minutes to get this match going. Be right back. All right, everybody, we are back live. This is Play Dead Live Challenge Fights number 4, and we're going to jump into the second match. The second match, that was a big matchup. So we got Amanda with the rematch versus Chuck the Messenger. Amanda is positioned over there on the floating house. Chuck, of course, he likes boats so much, we did decide to put him over on the boat. And I'm going to ask once again each player any modifications, any buffs, any tapes, any elixirs you would like to use for your very first, before we get started. So give me a 15-second timer. Sounds good. Also, Moonshot's going to help out on the timing. So, Julia, you getting mentally ready for your match? Which type of tape, Amanda? Cobalt tape? Tommy's like a no grenade clause. We see how some of those clauses work out. Careful what deals you make. You just never know how the matches are going to play out. All right, Amanda is going with double cobalt tape. So giving a little extra health buff. Nice choice. And Chuck is going double cobalt tape too. I love it. All right. Each player is geared and ready to go. So, Amanda, you do not have line of sight because of the glass that is encasing those areas of the windows. But you now have a 15-second timer. Yep, armor, you're good. Armor is implied. So, let's do it, Amanda. 15-second timer. Remember, if you go over your timer, your damage will be minimized. Make sure you have your moves. Amanda, you are inside the little house there. You're right here. Ah, there you go. Like in the living room. I like the quick timers too, so make sure you guys are ready to go and you know what your move is going to be in advance. 30 yards, no line of sight because of the glass. She's going to go up over to the right of the house. All right. Now there is line of sight. Chuck, you have a 15-second timer. She overextended and she is beyond the glass. There's an opening right there. Chuck and Amanda are within 15 yards of each other, face to face. Chuck is going to take a courage potion, which makes him immune to fear. And he drops the snakes. Amanda, you take points from the snakes. Amanda's now your turn. You have a 10-second timer. You're in good shape health-wise. Still over 75%. If you're just tuning in, this is Chuck versus Amanda, Part 3. This is a weekly occurrence. And both players have tied. So a lot on the line in this match. Will somebody finally get a victory? Or will they find a way to tie again? Control Smoke to throw his weapons into the water. All right, Amanda goes Control. Chuck, give me your 3 weapons. All right, Chuck has Diablo and a knife. Yeah, grapple gloves, fine. You don't have to worry about that being a weapon. Chuck, pick a number, 1 to 6. 1, 2, or 3, Diablo goes in the lake. 4, 5, or 6, your knife goes in the lake. The knife goes in the lake, you still have Diablo. All right, so Chuck, you still have your pistol. It is now your turn. You have a 10-second timer. Just standard attack with the Diablo. All right, Chuck is attacking with Diablo. Amanda, you are lower than 50%. You've taken attack from snakes and also Diablo. You have a 10-second timer. You have lost half your health, a little bit over half your health. You cannot use Cabal. Cabal is way over your pay grade. Remember, Cabal's ATT 10. All right, static bow and then ATT. Chuck, you take 2 directly to the head. Your base health is now 3. Chuck, you have a 10-second timer. Chuck, your armor is good. Your life health is good. But you've taken 3 direct damage, which means if you take 3 more armor piercing damage, you're done. Amanda's below 50%. He is going to go... Ooh, Blind Smoke and Diablo. Blind Smoke does a point of damage. Diablo does a couple points of damage. Amanda, you are blinded and you're less than 10%. It is now your go. You have a 10-second timer. Chuck brought his A game today, man. He went snakes, Diablo, blinding. Careful, Amanda. You can't see. You're blinded for a turn. All right, what are you healing with? Heal potion? I assume that's what you got. All right, so I guess I should go back to the scenario for you guys, right? Sorry. All right. Amanda, pick a number. 1 to 2, 25, 3 or 4, 50, 5 or 6. Yeah, there's 2 heals, though. There's a heal potion and a heal smoke. 2. She gets a 4, so that is 50%. All right, we're going back to the scene. All right, she's slightly above 50%, Chuck. You have a 10-second timer. Chuck, you can't res. You're not dead. Busy Bee says there's a shark swimming around. Neither's in water now, but maybe you don't want to get in the water. All right, Chuck, you can drop heel smoke and you can also take a turn. Maybe I want to fish. All right. You drop the heel smoke. Any additional? No. The heel smoke is half a turn. You can also take another action in addition to the heel smoke, because the heel smoke doesn't take effect until her turn. I'm going to shoot with the Diablo. So Chuck is dropping heel smoke and also hitting again with the Diablo. Amanda, you're slightly above 30%. It is now your turn. You have a 10-second timer. Chuck has Amanda on the ropes. He's been doing steady damage. You guys are just tuning in. She's going to enrage with static bow using a fire arrow. So Amanda is going in rage 3. Chuck's heel smoke does resolve because the only thing that can stop it is unholy smoke. Chuck was full life, but he had been damaged to his body. He gets his body damage back and is full life, but Amanda's going in rage 3 and a fire arrow. Chuck, you go from 100% down to 30%. Big, big hit on you. It is now your turn. You have a 10-second timer. Both players sitting around 30%. Again, going to the wire, everybody. Oh, he's going straight acid rain smoke. Amanda, you take 2 directly to the body. Acid rain. It is now your turn. You have a 10-second timer. Chuck pulls out the acid rain. Not today, Dimes. Oh, Amanda is dropping the bees and going fire arrow. Chuck, the bees do 2, and the fire arrow does lethal damage. Chuck's going to move to the items looking for... He's going to the house. Chuck, you have taken lethal damage. Everybody's cheering. It's like, throw a grenade now. Finish it off. Sink her. Blow up the boat. Note, Chuck is taking lethal damage. Unless he reses, the match is over. I'm going to give him 5 seconds. He's in a tough spot, but we'll let Chuck make that call. 5-second timer. Otherwise, Amanda gets the win. He's like, I'm rezzing. All right, Chuck. Chuck is back in the game, everybody. All right. Let's give him 10 seconds. Chuck. Now remember, now Amanda is still less than a third of her life. Two seconds, Chuck. Yeah, I mean there are sharks, and this is a glass boathouse. Oh, Chuck throws Silvar. Actually, that was a perfect range. Amanda. Oh, this is bad. Chuck throws the grenade. It looks like this. Amanda, you get shot up through the glass in the glass house. Not only taking damage from Silvar, but damage from the glass. And back down. You taking lethal damage. Chuck with the Silvar grenade. Amanda, you are at 0. Amanda is going to res. Now, I do have to tell you, Amanda, this house is sinking fast. And there are sharks in the water. 10-second timer for Amanda. The house is starting to take on water. Quickly. Amanda goes Fido and Frost Arrow. Chuck, you take damage from Fido and you are slowed. But you're still alive. Each player less than 30%. And Chuck, it is now your turn. And Amanda, you have water to your knees. Ten-second timer for Chuck. Oh, Chuck goes double Silvar. And the double Silvar finishes the game. Amanda takes lethal damage again with back-to-back grenades. And she is food for the shark that is over there. As piranhas jump near Chuck's boat. but do not finish the job. Chuck has got his first win of his career, ladies and gentlemen, with back-to-back Silvar. Chuck went Silvar times 2. Great match. He did manage to sink another house. But in the end, back-to-back Silvars were just a little too much. Great match from Amanda. Great match for Chuck. Amanda got her first win on Monday night. Chuck gets his first win here. I got a question. Are we going to see Chuck versus Amanda part 4? What do you got? You guys think we need a 4th match? We've had 2 ties. Chuck gets the win. You think we should throw down the gauntlet? And ask if there's going to be a rematch? All right, everybody, more to come on that. But certainly, great balanced match between the two of them. Good job to both. Chuck had the early lead. Amanda got the momentum back. And then Chuck was able to pull it out with back-to-back Silvar grenades. Sneaky Chuck. Notice how I didn't use them in the beginning? He kind of waited till she let her guard down and it was like, boom. Great job. So, we are moving on to the next match. Do I have Tommy the Tank and J-Law? How about Tommy the Tank and J-Law? You're just tuning in. We got some good matches lined up for you guys tonight. Still got a couple more main event matches. Tommy is here. Where's J-Law the Wall? Remember, all the players tonight, we're going to keep you guys strictly held to these timers. So the more questions you ask, the less damage that you're going to do. So make sure you're rocking and you're ready to go. Oh, you know what? We got 2 gladiators. So we got 2 tanks. Why don't we have the tanks meet up in Sicily? J-Law the Wall versus Tommy the Tank. You did. You got your errors back. You're good to go, Amanda. All right. So I'm going to ask Moonshot if you can give me a 15-second timer. And let's see if any players want to use elixirs or tape. Once again, everybody, please check your inventory. I don't want anyone to forfeit by using a whole bunch of items that they didn't have, so make sure you pay close attention. I know mistakes happen, but just make sure you actually have the item if you're going to use it. Tommy's starting out with Energy Elixir. Doing a little extra damage. Big match tonight versus 2 of our tanks. Yep, you got your errors, Amanda. You're good. All right, so I'm going to ask Tommy and J-Law if you could each pick a number between 1 and 6, please. Tommy the Tank coming in with a 1-3 record. J-Law the Wall coming in with a 2-1 record. Tommy, if you can pick a number from 1 to 6. Tommy picks 4. The number was 2. Both were high. Tommy was closest. Tommy, you have a 15-second timer, please. 15-second timer. You are 50 yards out. 50 yards out. Once again, if you guys are watching the matches and you have a match tonight, try to minimize the questions of can I or would this work. Remember, the longer the timer takes, the less damage your attack is going to do. We want to keep these matches flowing as quick as possible. Tommy's certainly using up the full allotment of time on the first attack. All right, we are in overtime. All right, Tommy's going to rush in at 50 yards. Tommy, the best you're going to do in your rush is to end up somewhere about here. You split the difference, you are at 25 yards out. J-Law. You have a 15-second timer. You are within range. You're 25 yards out. Your ATT is not half. Your death penalties do not carry over to PvP. Yeah, once again, everybody, death penalties in scenarios do not carry over to PvP. All right, J-Law, we're gonna reset. Are you gonna advance to Tommy? You're within attack range. You're 25 yards out. Rush in to stab. All right, she is going in. Bam! Tommy, you get stabbed in the abs. It's a big shot from J-Law. You're still in pretty good shape with your shield. Take a little bit of damage. Tommy, you got a 10-second timer. And J-Law, remember, someone bought a heal smoke, time smoke, and storm smoke for you tonight. So you have all those items in your inventory as well as your other inventory items. Tommy is going to rage and attack with Gorgo. All right, Tommy. You do a couple points of damage. J-Law, you're still in good shape. Both players still above 80%. I'm not going to coronavirus them, Gemstone. Oh, boy. How about we give them something less pandemic? Malaria. All right. You each have been stricken by malaria. Taking 2 points of damage per turn, according to Gemstone. J-Law is going to summon bees and stabs with Diablo. Tommy, you take points from the bees. You get stabbed with Diablo in the abs, and also you take 2 points from malaria. So forget the grenades. Tommy's below 50%. Tommy, 10-second timer. Ooh. Tommy goes dot remover. Very well played. And goes Fido. Tommy is not taking malaria damage. And Fido is hitting you, J-Law. J-Law, you got a 10-second timer. And take 2 from malaria. That was a big play. That might have been a game-changing play right there. J-Law is hurting. All right, she is going to go clone smoke and falls back. To get a shot off. Yes, Tommy, you take a little bit of damage, and there are now 2 J-Laws in the house. She went clone smoke on you. Tommy does not take points from malaria. Tank, it is your turn. There are 2 of her, 1 of you. Double the wall, double the... Oh, I like it. She's got a slogan. It's going to be double the malaria, though. Double the wall, double the fall, double the malaria might be hilarious. It almost rhymed. I did my best. See what I tried to do there? Attack with Gorgo, and he yells, freedom! Tommy hits with Gorgo. J-Law, you take a big shot. And on your turn, you will die at the end of your turn from malaria. It is now your turn. 10-second timer. Tommy is in pretty good shape with the shield. It's going to take a big hit. If you cannot finish Tommy this turn. Oh, she's going heal smoke. Heal smoke. All right, J-Law, heal smoke is going to take half a turn to resolve. You don't have half a turn. However, it appears that you're fighting on some holy ground, and the malaria dissipated, and now you have a little extra strength. You got a little bit of a boost here. All right, you're feeling like you won't die, therefore your heal smoke all right, she is falling back. She did cast her heal smoke, and it will take effect. Tommy, it is now your turn. You have a 10-second timer. Unless something prevents it, she will get the benefit of it this turn. Tommy is going to enrage 3. and attack with Gorgo. So the smoke resolves. So she gets 50% of her overall health back. Tommy, you go in rage 3. You hit her hard again. J-Law, you were kind of back where you started from. You're less than 20%. 10-second timer. Goucher says both players are feeling a little regenerated. Add 20% health to each player. Both players are feeling a little bit regenerated. We got a medic in the house. Goucher. Tank, you're on the clock. There is no benefit to the unholy smoke at this point. If you cast it, it's going to be a wasted cast. There's no buffs that she has at this point that can be removed. All right, Tommy's going acid rain. Shot straight to the body. J-Law, it is now your turn. Each player has taken acid rain smoke, All right, go back. J-Law went acid rain smoke and shot. Tommy went unholy smoke to get rid of the acid rain, and he went acid rain. So J-Law hit Tommy with a shot, but not the acid rain. Tommy hit her with acid rain. We good? All right. So J-Law is on the clock then. J-Law, you're up. So Tommy went, his unholy removed your acid rain. All right, she's shooting and dropping Storm. All right, Tommy, you are below 25%. You take Storm damage and you also take shooting damage. J-Law has a slight advantage, very slight. 10-second timer for Tank. Tommy rushes and attacks with AP Sword. You do. You're good. J-Law, you are down to 1 base health. Tommy's on the ropes with armor. You're on the ropes with base life. So she's going to stab with Diablo. You stab with Diablo. Tommy's still hanging on about 15%. Tommy, 10-second timer. J-Law is higher with base health, lower with body health. Tommy is low with armor health and higher and full with body health. Tommy attacks with Gorgo, and Gorgo does not finish her 30%. As she has the AP1 finishes her off. J-Law, you've taken the AP2. J-Law, you've taken lethal damage with the AP2 blade. The AP sword finishes you off. All right. Make sure you guys are clear. All right. And Tommy, getting the win, decided to go armor piercing at the very end. So he went acid rain, then able to finish it off with a couple swords. So great match, everybody. There were a couple things that could have probably speeded it up quicker. There were a couple missed moves, but hey, that's what happens when you're under the gun, right? You got 10 seconds to move. Not every decision is going to be a perfect decision. Tommy upping his record to 2-3. J-Law going to 2-2. Good match. There was some malaria. There were some cures. There was some healing. Kind of threw it for a little bit of a loop. But great mix. Two good tanks going at it, and a very well thought out. All right, I am going to get do I have Trigger and Father Ron? Trigger and Father Ron. All right, they are both here. This is a big match. Trigger on the outside of the top 8, trying to get in the tournament. Father Ron holding on 5th or 6th, somewhere in that range, trying to maintain his ranking and his position. We have a special location for the two of them as well. Two legendary fighters. So we're going to mix this up And got a little bit of a challenge. So Trigger is loading up. She's got her Sub-Zero mask, some good items. She's going to start out with some Cobalt and some Vermilion. Good choices. Nice mix. Got the bow, got the blades. Very well prepared. I like it. All right, let's give each player 15 seconds. Trigger's already... Father Ron is going with Ring of Wrath. Putting on his Vitality Belt. And any tapes or any elixirs. Any tapes or elixirs, everybody. And I'm going to set your position. All right, here we go. So Father Ron is going to be first. And I will give you the range once we set up. Father Ron, the messenger of the Lord. And Trigger. 45 yards, Father Ron. You have 15 seconds to make your move. Both players pretty equally geared. Trigger, slight advantage with the Cobalt and the Vermilion tape as far as a gear standpoint. Father Ron has a little bit more mitigation. Trigger hits a little bit harder. Otherwise, pretty even. Father Ron is praying for... Ron, you're trying to get that experience points. Trying to get experience points for Friday night. All right. Trigger, 45 yards out. Remember, summons and bombs have no range. They're automatic to all players. Summons and bombs. Trigger, 15-second timer for your first turn, 45 yards. She's going to close the distance to about 30 feet. How about 32 feet? 32 yards. You are slightly outside of 30 yards. Father Ron, you're on the clock. 10-second timer. You are 32 yards out. All right, he's going to move in range and grapple. That's a lawsuit, but we'll let you do it. He moves in. Trigger. Your chest armor has been removed. It is a 10-second timer. Trigger, you're on the clock. She is going to control smoke. Father Ron, list your 3 weapons for me again, sir. Trigger, you cast Control Smoke. As Father Ron is going to throw one of his weapons down. He responds with Unholy Smoke. That move never happens. And our friend the orangutan shows up. And I guess he's learned a new tune. The jungle, welcome to the jungle. We got what you need. There you go. That is the orangutan making his singing debut once again. Trigger had to pause for that, of course. I mean, that orangutan can, I don't know. Every week he's got a different tune. Trigger. The Unholy Smoke worked. It is your turn. You got a 10-second timer. This attack could be affected slightly by a singing orangutan. Go. With G's. All right, she goes Chill Smoke. Father Ron, you're feeling a little cold and a little slowed. So Father Ron, you are cold and slowed. You have a 10-second timer. And she also fires. She like freezes you and fires you. That is like the fire and ice. Yeah, Ron, take a couple. You're cold and now you're hot. It's like icy hot. It's like you rub it on and it feels cold, but then it kind of warms your body. Take 2 anyway. Father Ron's still in good shape. Still above 75%. Father Ron goes Scorpion. And grapples Leggings. Trigger, you lose another piece of armor. And the Scorpion, that hurts. And it slows you down. So Trigger, you have a slowing effect as well. 10-second timer for Trigger. Trigger goes grapple and summons Firefly. Father Ron. Oh, yeah. Father Ron, you are missing your Messenger of the Lord chess piece, and you feel a little sting on the back of your neck. It is now your turn, Ron. 10-second timer. Father Ron, you go to grapple the helmet. And you're feeling pretty good from that Firefly. And you notice an apple on the tree. It looks forbidden, but you want to grapple the apple. So Father Ron, you turn around and you grapple the tree. And there's nothing there. But you do summon bees. Bees! Do a couple points of damage to Trigger. Don't eat from the apple, Ron. The purple Firefly did its job. Trigger, it is now your turn. Ron has his back to you after grappling the apple, but his bees went in and got a little sting on you. It doesn't matter where you shoot the AP arrow. The AP arrow pierces armor, so your AP arrow does too, straight to Ron. Ron, you go from 6 down to 4. Doesn't matter if it's... AP arrows do not have to hit uncovered. They hit anywhere. It's armor piercing. All right. Father Ron, your bees are on their way back. It is now your turn. You have a 10-second timer. Ron is going to go Acid Rain and attack with Fangs. Acid Rain trigger hits directly to you. Father Ron comes in and he hits. Trigger, you take damage. You're slightly above 50%. And your body health is down to 3. It is now your turn. 10-second timer. Remember, an enrage will not add additional damage to an AP weapon. The armor piercing is going to get the base damage from that. So the enrage will not enhance it. But armor piercing's armor piercing. So you tell me. All right, she's going AP Blade. Father Ron. Pretty good armor, but you're down to 2 life, base health. Your armor's still in pretty good position. It is now your go. 10-second timer. Ron is in pretty good spot in total health, up around 70. Trigger below 50. Father Ron is going to go Fear Smoke and use his healing ring. Trigger. She runs away. Father Ron is back to 6 base health. Trigger, it is now your turn. However, the only thing I'll say, and I'm not trying to give any hints, remember, that turn does not resolve until it is your turn. So, Trigger, what I mean by that is you can let it resolve and you're feared and you're where you are now, or you can cast... I'm not telling you what to do, but Unholy Smoke does prevent fear. But it probably doesn't matter. You can either stand hand to hand or now you're at a different place. We had that happen with Will and Moonshot last week. You don't have to unholy it Fear's not always a bad thing, but it does buy each player time. Give you a little bit of space. All right. So she is going to undo the fear. Like I said, I don't know if that's going to be a good move or a bad move. All right, we're going to rewind. She did not get feared. Father Ron still gets the full benefit of his heal. So Unholy takes out the fear. They're still hand-to-hand. Father Ron is full healed. And Trigger, you have an additional move as well. You can cast the Unholy Smoke and attack. She's hitting with the AP play again. So Father Ron, you got the benefit of the heal. You're full health, but your body health is down to 4. You have a 10-second timer. He is going to enrage 3 and use fangs. And Trigger, you take lethal damage from enrage 3 and fangs. You are below 50%. And they are +2/+2. Even with the nerf that you guys are getting with your health, you take lethal damage. And she is rezzing. Remember, she has Vermilion tape and Cobalt tape as well. So Ron with a big play with the Enrage and the Fangs. Trigger, rezzes, 10-second timer. All right. She's hand-to-hand range. She moves back 15, Ron, and it goes. No, that's too much. Sorry. It's getting carried away. No, but it goes. Ron, you take a big hit. My man. Good thing she wasn't enraged, because that would have been super bad. Ron was at full health. Ron, you're below 50. You're below 50%. Is now your turn. No, he didn't take all that fall damage. He was able to hang on. But if he would have, it would have been a little bit extra. Ron is below 50% though. Oh, and Ron, you're out of attack range as well. 40 yards. She backed up on her attack, and Ron is oh boy, darkness. Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Ron, pick a number 1 to 6. Ron, you cast Darkness Smoke, and you go to pull out your potion, and it falls. No, it doesn't. I'm just messing with you, Ron. He picks a 6. Let's see if Ron gets a big heal here. Oh, he does not, though. Only 25%. Only 25%. It is dark. Trigger. It's dark. You have a 10-second timer. Ron's feeling pretty solid, though. He's still in the 70% range. He's still okay. Trigger goes blinding smoke. The light comes back on. I got an idea. Here we go. And no, that's not them. You guys didn't see that. All right. See, that's what happens when you're in the dark. Trigger, Ron. And she moves a little closer. Get a little closer. Now don't be shy. Get a little closer with Arid Extra Dry. All right, we've got... She's closer. All right, Father Ron, you got a 10-second timer. The range has been cut. Oh, boy, it's going to be bad. Did you just do that, Ron? Seriously? I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say to this. He summons snakes and then hits with a Goldar. The snakes hit, and we said the pets would hit first and then damage would resolve. So, yeah, he killed his own snakes, but... Yeah, it's a pretty good shot. Trigger, you're close to lethal damage. I'm gonna give you a defensive roll. You need a 5 or a 6 to stay alive. And by stay alive, I mean less than 10%. Any other number, you take lethal damage. It's a big shot. 5 or 6, she lives to fight another turn. 1, 2, 3, or 4, the match is over. She picks a 5. And it is a 2. Ron has done lethal damage, even with the critical check. Great, great match. Ron, well played. He went Snakes and Unholy, or Snakes and Goldar, right at the end. Big, big damage shot. So, good match. 2 good players slugging it out. To give Trigger a little bit of advice, did you guys see a move in particular where the tide turned in the match? I did. I saw one particular move. Let's see if anybody called it. Yep. You should have let the fear play out because you were in a good spot. She even called it. Yeah, using the Unholy when he used the healing ring. You were at a great spot and you were going to use the blue bombs. I would have stayed with that instead of using. And that's why I said you can do it. But as a sniper, he kind of did you a favor by fearing you, and then you went right back and did it. But, at least you called it. That's the learning experience. So, good job, both players. Good match. But, yeah, when you were down there, I would have absolutely went right back to the, I just said, hey, thanks. You just feared me, and now I'm down here. I can just take some shots at you. But good match, good learning experience. Great job by both players. Father Ron getting the win. Trigger, we'll be back strong. Trust me. Remember, dying is not forever. Good job. All right, we are going to get our next match. Do we have, do I have Will the Bill and Valar? I see Valar in the house. All right. Will is still flying. Therefore, all right, we should have everybody. We got everybody back. We should be in good shape. Just give me a quick 999 if you guys can hear me loud and clear. You guys are okay. It's turn-based combat. I wasn't talking. Ocean Man's like, I can't hear anything. No, I wasn't saying anything. Now I'm talking. So Valar is getting the win, but we are going to move on to B-Dub versus Julia Muse, and if time permits, I'm going to ask Valar and Gemstone. Gemstone needs a match. Valar needs a match. If Gemstone is down, all right. So we are going to go to B-Dub and Julia Muse. Pre-scheduled match. If Will is not available by the time we finish this match, I know Jim wanted to get her second match in. We'll have Gemstone versus Valar, which, by the way, if you guys look at the rankings, you've got Will, Valar, and Gemstone all fighting for one spot. So Gemstone and Valar could go a long way in that match. So I'm going to hold off on Valar's versus Will's match until the end of B-Dub and Julia Muse. If Will is here, Will and Valar will go. If Will is not here, Valar will go against Gemstone. So here we go. Julia and B-Dub. Let's get this set up, everybody. All right, give me 1 second. Make sure we got the players ready to go. All right, I got Julia going Sub-Zero Mask, Heal, and Rage. She's using Cobalt and Titanium. Gonna give her an extra base to her health. And we got B-Dub. B-Dub is going to go Bless Elixir, Titanium, and Cobalt. All right, let me get the positions. Everybody is buffed. And we got, let's see here. Let me see where my players are. Give me 1 second. We got B-Dub. And we got Muse. Both players are taking on high ground. Got a lot of altitude here. 45 yards, Bonnie. You are on the clock. 15-second timer, B-Dub. 45 yards away. It's a long way to fall, by the way. This is a serious gear check, I will tell you. Bonnie, pretty strong advantage with weapons and gear. Moonshot's going to join the party. Bonnie goes travel voucher, works her way down. Smart move. All right. Julia, you got 15-second timer. You are not in range to hit with blind smoke. You can send the eagle, but you are now about 90 yards away. All right. And Julia uses a travel voucher as well. And a few players have decided to come hang out with us. Deadly Dimes wants to see what all the fuss is about. He's up here hanging out with Jay. Father Ron didn't even get a chance to hit the showers yet. He just had a long, sweaty match. He's like, I'm not even taking a shower. I'm going to go watch this one. He's up here somewhere. There's Father Ron. Messenger of the Lord is praying for both players. There he is. He's hanging out up here. All right, we're back. Both players are down. Bonnie, 25 yards. Bonnie's going to send in Fido and shoot with Wargo AP. Yeah, and it's going to be big. Fido hits to the armor. Wargo hits Muse directly. Julia, you are in bad shape underneath the armor. Luckily you had on titanium, but you're still only 3 life. It takes half of your base life. Julia, you have a 10-second timer. You just lost half of your base life. Chuck joins a party. You have no dots on you. You just took damage from Fido, and you took armor piercing damage. So no use for the dot remover. So you can go heal potion and eagle. So heal potion. Let's see what you get. All right, pick a number 1 to 6. So she is going 1 to 6, and then she's sending in the eagle. She picks a 3. 5. 100%. You're back at 6. Base health. The eagle flies in and removes a piece of Bonnie's armor. Bonnie, pick a number 1 to 5. Bonnie, you lose your bracers. The eagle takes your bracers. B-Dub, you got a 10-second timer. Julia's taking damage from Fido. Actually, she healed it back. She got all her damage back from Fido, too. She got her base health and her armor health. She goes green bomb. So B-Dub is going green bomb. It sticks. So you guys are just learning for the first time. The green bomb, that would have been a great play by Bonnie early on, because then she could have detonated and prevented that healing, or at least minimized it. But the green bomb, when detonated, lowers healing by 50%. She hits with another AP. Julia, you are cut in half again. So, Julia, you have a green bomb attached to you, and your base life is now 3. 10-second timer. She's going to go Storm Smoke. And Fangarang. Bonnie, you take damage from the Storm Smoke. You also take 2 from the Fangarang. So B-Dub, you are at 4 base health. 10-second timer. Julia is at 3. Bonnie is at 4. Bonnie goes heal potion. All right, Bonnie, pick a number 1 to 6. Remember, if you guys are just tuning in, this is standard format, which means each player can only use one of the named item one time. That's any potion, any smoke. Arrows, grenades, any of those, unlimited use. Bonnie's picking a 3. It is 5. Bonnie goes full health. She is completely recovered. And there's a little damage resolution from this grenade that needs to resolve. Julia, you get hit by a GAM grenade. Pretty good shot. You are below 40%. Julia, you're below 40%. Bonnie is fully healed. Julia is at 3 base life, 40% armored life. Bonnie 100%. 10-second timer. Julia's going to go control smoke. Bonnie, can you list all 3 of your weapons for me, please? Remember, each player can have a short range, medium range, and long range. Wargo, Gorgo, and Soul Drain. All right. 1 to 2 is Wargo. 3 to 4 is Gorgo. 5 or 6 is Soul Drain. I'm going to do it in the order that you put them up there. So I'm going to let you pick. 33% chance. 1 or 2, 3 or 4, 5 or 6. She picks a 4. All right. Soul Drain has been cast to the side. All right, Bonnie, it is now your turn. Your Soul Drain it's somewhere in the river. It does. All right. It's fine. We'll resolve it. So, Bonnie, in addition to your attack, pick a number 1 to 4. All right. Bonnie, you lose your helm. You've lost your bracers, your helm, and your soul drain from the control smoke and the eagle. And you detonate the bomb and fire Wargo AP3, and the AP3 is enough to do lethal damage. Julia, you've taken lethal damage from the armor-piercing rifle. So you are at 0. Serious gear check. So I'm going to let you give some thought to whether or not you want to res. I will just tell you, you're at a serious gear disadvantage. All right. B-Dub is getting the win. Big, big match. Congratulations to Bonnie. Bonnie is taking her record to 5-0. Great match by Julia. And I like the fact that Julia took this match, even though there was a gear disadvantage, no doubt about it. I think Julia played it strong with the, and it is a little bit later. But good job. Strong play by Bonnie. Good play by Julia as well. But certainly not penalized for challenging the top-rated player. So I expect to see Julia probably in the final 8. Julia's right there with everybody else. Nothing wrong with showing up and giving a good match to the top-rated player. So great job, Julia. Bonnie took it down, went straight AP, and had just enough titanium to kind of keep it going. So B-Dub getting the big win. Absolutely great matches tonight. So we got time for, we got a little bit of a late start tonight. So I know we had the bundles and a couple other things. But I'm going to do one final call for Will the Bill. Is Will the Bill in the house? All right. No Will. But if you guys want to see one more match, we can get Will the Bill. We can get Gemstone and Valar. So if the group wants to hang around for one more match, we can get Valar. Due to the fact that Will didn't make it, is now 5-0. Valar has a chance to be the first 6-0 player in PDL history versus Gemstone. Valar going to 5-0 with the no-show versus Will. All right. We got time for one more, everybody. Here we go. Let's get a few of these players out of the scene. Got Dimes up there hanging out. What are you doing up there, Dimes? Got my players floating around up here. All right, everybody. If you guys are ready for this. We got Valar, 5-0 sniper, versus perhaps the only person with abs better than Tommy the Tank, our very own Cyber Jim. Jim at 0-1. Tough match versus Crawfish versus Valar. These are the 9th and 10th rated players. This is a big, big battle. So I'm not going to put them in their position yet. I am going to ask both ladies. Any tapes? Any elixirs? Let's get a 15-second timer, Moonshot. Valar is going double kobold. That is serious right there. All right. Jim, kobold, and titanium. I think it's going to be a good match right here. And she's going clear mind. And Valar is going clear mind. Okay. Valar. You are here. Jim. You are here. 40 yards, ladies. And Valar, you have initiative. You will take the first go. You have a 15-second timer. Jim, you can use the brace gun. That is correct. You cannot attach the gold scope to it until Saturday. But you can use brace. Valar, you are not in gold bomb range. You're 40 yards out. Oh, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Gold bomb. She's good. My bad. My bad. Yep. Gold bomb. I'm thinking gold grenade. It's late, everybody. Great call. Great call. All right. Valar casts the gold bomb. The gold bomb goes directly, sticks to Gemstone. The eagle flies in. I need it. I know I need another Red Bull. Gemstone, pick a number for me. 1 to 5. 1 to 5. Gemstone, the Eagles remove your leggings. Your leggings have been removed, and they're going to be on their way back to Valar next turn. And you have a gold bomb attached to you. It is now your turn. You have a 15-second timer. That you cannot shoot because you're still 40 yards away. Have to be within 30 yards. I love that we're going to see it, but you got to get a little bit closer. So this is going to be the first time tonight, everybody, you see the power of these brace, space, or displace weapons on display. She does have brace. Valar's like, what? She's got brace? Yet she's one of 2 ATT 8 players that can use it. So this is... you can close the distance. You can't pop up and shoot it. Well, actually, you can. Let me go back on that. We did say, yeah, I'm going to go back on my word here. She can close the distance, and in moving, she'll get within that 30 yards. She can fire. We did say if you start outside the 30 yards and you go in with a pistol, your pistol shots will work. So, Valar, you take a hit. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Valar, you take a hit with a brace 4. Brace 4. With red plasma, you take 33%. Big, big hit. And Valar has gear. So I want you guys to know the impact of these brace, space, and displace weapons. 33% hit, and she has gear. Detonate is an instant cast. You can detonate and attack. And you don't have to move away with the gold, with the bombs. You don't have to get range. Okay, let me explain this. Grenades, if you're within range, will damage you. These bombs will not. They stick to your opponent's body armor, and even if you're hand-to-hand combat, when you detonate them, it only affects them. Valar is going... All right, you're going Goldar attack. I just want to see if there's any other actions that go with it. All right, Valar is going Goldar. So it's like this. Now that she's in range. Phew. Jim, you take a big hit. From Goldar, not enraged. We're pretty even. Each player's taken a little bit more than a third. Gemstone, you have a 10-second timer. Both players have lost about a third of their overall health. Valar, your eagle's back. It will go back and attack the next turn. All right, Jim summons the bull with her very own Goldar. Oh, this is going to hurt. Valar has double cobalt, no titanium. Valar, you take 1 point of damage directly under your armor. You're down to 4. You take a Goldar grenade, non-enraged, for another third of your damage. You're less than 30%. Valar, you have a 10-second timer. The eagle swoops in and picks a second piece of armor. Jim, pick a number 1 to 4. 4, you lose bracers. So you have now lost your leggings and your bracers. All right, Valar goes, the eagle goes back in. That was the second attack on the eagle. That's not an instant. That happens automatically. So you go green bomb. You have 2 bombs attached to Jim. You cannot attach any more bombs to her. You can detonate 1 and do an additional attack, or you could detonate both and that would count as your attack. So if you only leave the bombs attached, you get an additional half turn. So I'm going to give you a 5-second timer. To detonate, to attack. She's going to detonate both. All right, Valar is detonating the gold bomb, which is 4 points of damage. She's also detonating the green bomb. And the green bomb is going to lower healing by 50% for the next 2 turns. So, Gemstone, you are down to 25%. Valar, you are 30%. Gemstone, it's now your turn. She did not. She attached it. She didn't detonate it. But she timed the detonation of the green, so Jim was on her heels in case she has to heal from it. Heal and heal. No pun intended. But now she has a 2-turn penalty on whether or not she can get proper healing. Jim is going to go blue bomb. And Jim, are you staying? I know you had the red plasma. Are you attaching the plasma to this attack? All right. She's going brace ammo again. It's her second brace shot. And she's going red plasma. Valar, you are going to be extremely close to lethal damage. You had about a third left. She's been dealing the same amount of damage. So I am going to give you a roll to see if you take lethal damage. You have a 50-50 chance to hold on with 5% health. 4, 5, or 6, you stay alive with 5% of your health. 1, 2, or 3, you die. She picks a 1. Will it be a 4, 5, or a 6? It is a 2. Valar, you have taken just enough damage to take lethal damage. Valar is going to res. Valar has taken 2 brace shots with red plasma. All right, and the bull goes back in and charges Valar. You have 3 body health. All right, Valar, you have a 10-second timer. Valar is back in action. Gem is still under 30% as well. She's taken a couple Goldars. Valar is going Gold Bomb and summoning the bull. All right. The gold bomb is attached. The bull is summoned. Gemstone, 10-second timer. You're on the clock. Jim is going Time Smoke. And you get an additional turn. Time Smoke is your instance. Valar's turns will be shortened to 5 seconds. So Jim, get your attack in. She's going to close the distance and attack with Venom. 5 hits with Venom, and it is an automatic death. Valar, you have a 5-second timer. Any actions after 5 seconds will be greatly minimized. Valar goes Detonate Bomb and Heal Smoke. Jim, you take another point of damage from the bull. You have titanium tape. You are still at 4 life. You're still solid there. The gold bomb detonation. Let's cover that back up, and let's go to a new die roll. You're in the same situation. I'm going to give you a 50-50 shot. You were down under a third. She hit you with a big gold bomb. So you're in the same situation, close to lethal damage. 1, 2, or 3. You do not survive it. 4, 5, or 6. You hold on less than 10%. She picks a 3. And it is a 5. She is still holding on this turn. Gemstone, you're in hand-to-hand combat range. Valar is at 40%. You are at 10%. She is already rezzed. You have 20 seconds. Take your time. No hurry. Think it out. Summon snakes and strike with venom. Valar, you are down to 15%. That is the second strike with venom. 3 more strikes with venom, you'll die, but likely we'll see. You have a 5-second timer. Heal smoke does kick in. Her heal smoke does kick in. 5 seconds. Valar is back to 60% of her life. You already heal smoked last turn. I do not have a... Hold on, Jim. It's not your turn. Valar, I do not have a bomb currently attached to her. I had you detonating the gold bomb. All right, so she's using the green bomb. Gotcha. All right, so Valar, the green bomb is used. You still have another half turn. All right, so you're going to go control smoke. Okay. Gemstone, you drop the venom sword. You drop the venom sword. All right, last turn for a 20-second timer, Jim. 20-second timer. Valar's back up to 60%. Gemstone is at 15%. Valar, you will get your full allotment of time the next turn. You'll get the full 10-second timer back. You cannot control and Fang attack. If you control, you're controlling that character. So you still have 10 seconds. Jim is going to go for the Fang attack. Fang attack, standard. Valar, you're back to 35%. It is now your turn. You have 10 seconds. She didn't use control smoke. All right, so she is going to detonate green bomb. And the effect of the green bomb is 50%. You guys scroll up. She didn't drop the control smoke because she couldn't do both. She threw away her venom sword a while back, and she still had her fangs to attack with, so we're good. The green bomb, the pet is going to hit first. So the firefly goes in and hits Jim. Minor damage, but it is a firefly. Valar detonates, which means the green bomb will only allow 50% healing for the next 2 turns. And Gemstone, you are under 10%, and it is now your turn. All right, Gemstone, under the effect of Firefly. Jim, you see elderly people skateboarding, as Crawfish predicted. And one takes a fall, and you think it is fatal. So you go over to this palm tree, and you say, pour out a little liquor for my homies, and you pour your healing potion out. Under the effect of the firefly. However, the bottle was still closed. You didn't actually use your item, but you lost your turn. Valar, it is now your turn. You still have the item in your inventory. I'm not going to dock you the inventory, but the action is what's important. The firefly caused your action. No loss of item, but loss of turn. Valar, it is now your turn. Valar is going Goldar Grenade. Oh, and it hurts. It goes a little something like this. Hit it. Bam. And then Jim goes something like, yeah. Bam. And Gemstone was at 15%. Gemstone, you have taken lethal damage from the second Goldar. It was kaboom, splat. It was a lot of loud things happening there. And she's right back in the fight. All right, here we go. 1 res apiece. Valar's down to 35%. Gemstone is back in the game. And Gemstone, you got 10 seconds. If you guys didn't see, Valar got a boombox on Saturday. There were a lot of grenades in there. A lot. Oh, she's going blue bomb. So blue bomb number 2 and hitting with the brace. Valar, you are at 35%. And she just hit you for 33. Valar is holding on 2%. Valar, it is your go. Gem has rezzed. She is not extremely healthy right now. Valar, you're holding on by a thread. Gem is around 50%. All right, Valar is going heal potion. All right, she's used to heal smoke. Here's the heal potion. Give me a number, 1 to 6. She does have the clear mind elixir, so she is going to go heal potion and Goldar grenade. First, let's resolve the heal potion. One or a 2, 25%, 3 or 4, 50%, 5 or 6, 100%. She goes with number 1. And it is 50% of her health back. She still has a blue bomb attached to her as well. Valar just over 50%. And she uses Goldar grenade. Gem, you take a big hit. Gem, you are now below 25% after Goldar. Gem is at 25. Valar is at 52. Both have rezzed. Gem, it is now up to you. You have a 10-second timer. Valar getting a slight edge. It is close. It is close. Gem is using heal potion and also gets an attack as well. Let's resolve the heal potion. Here we go. Both ladies have taken Clear Mind Elixir, so Gem's heal potion is an instant, and she also gets her full attack. So Valar at 52%, Gem currently at 25%. Valar has a blue bomb attached to her. Big, big dice roll right here. 1 second. I think we lost her. She's thinking long about this dice roll. 1 to 6. She's going with number 3. And it is 50% of her health back. Gem looking strong. And what will be the follow-up attack? Gem over 75%. Valar holding on around half of her life. Gem is going Unholy Grenade. Valar, you have a 10-second timer. You no longer have Clear Mind Elixir. And any instance or buffs that you attack. Oh, she's going... All right, she's going Holy Grenade. Holy Grenade. One second. Hang on. Hold on. Valar had 3 base life and 52 health life. She healed. Valar, you were at 4. You are now at 1 base. You're 1 base life. You're still at 52. The Holy Grenade does armor-piercing damage. So, Valar, you are at 52 health, but you are at 1 base life. 1 armor-piercing hit will finish you off. It is now your turn. You have a 10-second timer. All right, Valar is going Revive and Detonate. All right, each player take 1 point of damage from an angry mob of adult skaters. So you each take a shot. Valar hits Revive. Valar, you go to full 100% health, and you go back to 6. But you lose a turn. Gemstone, you're at 60%. Valar, you are 100%. Adult skaters are attacking. Gemstone, it is your turn. You have back-to-back turns. 10-second timer. All right, she is going to detonate the blue bomb. The blue bomb takes away 25% of her overall health pool, knocking her down to 75%. Then she goes Goldar Grenade on top of that. Oh, it's a big hit. Valar, it takes you down to 35%. And Gemstone, you get a follow-up attack because of the Revive Potion. 35%. What is the attack going to be? She goes Gam Grenade. I don't think Gam Grenade is going to do it. Valar, you take a shot. But you're still there. You're at 15% life. Valar, you got a 10-second timer. Gemstone holding pretty strong at 60. Valar's at 15. Both players have rezzed. Valar survived the revive. Valar is detonating the bomb and going Holy Grenade. Holy Grenade is doing 3 armor piercing. Taking Gemstone down to 1. Gemstone is at 1, also at 40%. Valar is at 15%. And it is Gemstone's turn. Any hit above 15%. Ten-second timer. Gemstone is casting a revive. All right. Gemstone is back to full health. Valar, you get back-to-back turns. Valar's at 15 health. Not much healing left that can be done. Valar is going gold and green bombs. Gold and green. All right, they are both attached. And Valar, you have a second turn. Gem is at 100%. 10-second timer. Valar is going big. She is going Goldar Grenade and Gold Bomb. For 80% of health. Gemstone, you were at 20%. Valar is at 15%. If there was any enrage whatsoever, it might have happened. Gemstone, it is your turn. You have a 10-second timer. Jim cast a holy grenade. Remember, holy grenades are armor piercing only. Valar, you take 3 of your 6 base damage, but nothing to your armor. You are still at 15%. Your base damage goes from 6 to 3. You have a 10-second timer. That was a big oops. That was a big oops. Valar is going Enrage 3, detonating green, and green is going to do 2 points of damage. Enraged, and minimize the healing that can be done. But she just enraged the weakest bomb she possibly could have. Any attack in Rage 3 would have just won the match. However, she detonated and used an enrage potion. Valar, you have an additional attack though because you still have your Clear Mind elixir. So I'm going to give you a 10-second timer. Any damage is going to do lethal damage. The enrage is close. But the Clear Mind elixir is going to give you a free attack. If you didn't have the Clear Mind elixir, I would give Jim a die roll for lethal damage, but you do get a follow-up attack. And she's going gold, green. Oh my, there is no doubt about this one. Goldar for the severe. That's going out with a fury. Oh my, Jim, that was crazy. She could have hit you with a 9mm, but she just went like super, super big. And that is it. Valar pulls out the victory. Jim had the match with any type of attack. She could have went brace and plasma and won the match, but she went holy grenade and went armor piercing. Great match. There were good plays throughout the match, but there were a couple of mistakes throughout the match as well. Great, great learning experience. 2 super, super fun players to watch. That was good. I really enjoyed that match, actually. You guys did great. I absolutely loved the time smoke. How many of you guys love the time smoke, like putting them under the gun? I agree. Jason Moonshot says, number one match so far to me. What do you guys think? Best match we've seen? I would certainly put it up there in the top three. Awesome, awesome stuff. Gemstone says, no, not the best match. That's great. It's a best match if you're watching it play out. It's great. I guess if you play it and there's a tough move at the end, maybe not so much. Yeah, good stuff. Wow, thank you guys for hanging around and playing that. I know it's a tough loss for Gemstone, but I got to tell you, she played it great early on with the brace and the plasmas. But you guys got to see a taste of it, and then you had the tale of two things, right? You had Gem going in with the venom and getting some good shots with the venom, and then Valar with just a ton from that boombox. And then Valar at 15%, another brace attack with plasma would have finished it off. And she only used 2 plasmas, so she had another plasma that if she would have fired one more time, it would have done more than 15%. So learning experience. You guys are going to learn your inventory a little bit more, but a whole lot of fun watching this play out. And we're going to see some more activity. Valar, another big win. Gemstone shaking the rust off a little bit, getting back in the game. Good to have both of you competing. With that, it is 12:30. We got a lot of matches in tonight, though. I don't mind it going over a little bit today because we got a lot of really, really good matches. And I felt like the matches stayed on time. Great job to everybody for sticking to the timers. No real time penalties tonight. No additional damage. There were a couple moves that could have went a little bit quicker. But certainly with the strategy. What was really nice, Gemstone, I appreciate you actually playing the brace, is next week you guys are going to see more of this. When you guys get through Saturday, you're going to have better armor. You're going to be buffing up your armor. You're going to see people using plasmas. You saw the Firefly tonight. Imagine a little bit of purple plasma next week. So you see some purple plasma. You get a little bit of kickback. Jim's like, I have the worst. But you didn't lose to bad players. That's the thing. So I would not worry at this point about win-loss record. You guys are getting a lot of good experience under your belt. And Friday night's going to be a lot of fun. You guys know your weapons. You know it a little bit more. You're going to be able to go in, hopefully, remember all your weapons and go in and kick Crowley's ass on Friday night. And then after you guys beat Crowley, we get back together. Let's do the level up event. Get everybody's new stats. After we get new stats, then get your gear all decked out. Your gems, your pink diamonds are going to make a difference in the game. Glyphs are going to make a difference in the game. And all new weapons. So great sportsmanship from everybody tonight. Win or lose, you guys were fabulous. Thank you so much. Appreciate the entertainment. Nobody lost tonight. Every absolutely fantastic. Thanks for the people super chatting and changing the scenarios, making it a little bit more fun. With that being said, everybody, we're going to wind this down. I will see everybody hopefully tomorrow night at 9:30 for Walking Dead spoilers. And then I'll see everybody Friday night for the finale of Crowley's Farm. I don't think we're going to do Freestyle Friday on Friday because I want everybody to really go into Crowley's Farm and be 100%. Thanks for everything that you guys do. I will see you all tomorrow night. We got Ocean Man. Oh, I love it. Ocean Man. Hell of a match, ladies. Congrats to everyone who fought tonight. The Football Master. We got to run it back. Revenge is a dish best served cold. I think we might see another Jim Valar matchup. I think we might see another Football Master Ocean Man. We might see another. We're going to see another Chuck the Messenger and also Amanda. But great job, everybody. Have a good night. I will see you all tomorrow night, 9:30. Peace.